It is a late, peaceful evening. The room is dim, and the softened lights glow with a warm, golden tone, gently and safely enveloping the space. Everything around you feels slowed down, as if the day ended long ago and there is no need to hurry anywhere. You feel pleasant warmth, silence, and calm. You are sitting in the room, simply breathing for a moment, allowing your thoughts to move more slowly. After a while, you glance toward the window. Outside the glass, night darkness reigns, illuminated only by the light of a street lamp. And then you notice something that immediately draws your attention. It has started to snow. At first, very gently, single large snowflakes drift slowly down from the dark sky. Each one seems to move in its own rhythm, quietly and lightly, as if it did not want to disturb the silence of the night. You watch them closely, observing how calmly they descend toward the ground. There is something deeply soothing in this. The way the snow falls quiets your thoughts and makes your breathing grow deeper. For a moment, you wonder whether this is just a brief dusting or the beginning of something more. With each passing moment, more flakes appear. They are still large, but there are more and more of them. Slowly they begin to settle on the lawn, which gradually turns into a delicately dusted white carpet. The green disappears beneath a thin layer of snow, and the entire landscape begins to look different, quieter, calmer. You watch without hurry. The light of the street lamp, under which the snow takes on a golden glow. The silent night where every falling flake seems to have its own place. You feel calm spreading deeper within you, and your thoughts gently settling. This is only the beginning of this moment. You remain by the window for a little while longer, not rushing anywhere. You breathe calmly, your gaze still following the falling snowflakes. You notice that with each passing minute there are more of them. These are no longer just single flakes. Now they fall more often, more densely, yet still incredibly slowly, as if time outside flows differently than in your warm room. Large flakes begin to mix with smaller ones. Some drift down softly and lazily. Others swirl gently in the air, changing direction with the faintest breath of wind. Everything happens very quietly, almost without sound. You watch as the snow settles more clearly on the ground. The lawn that only moments ago was lightly dusted now becomes brighter, more uniform. Layer by layer, calmly and without hurry, the snow covers it like a soft blanket. For a moment you wonder whether the snowfall will continue, whether this is just a temporary dusting or a night that will bring true winter. Watching the thickening snow, you begin to sense the answer. There are more and more flakes. They are finer now, but falling more densely, still just as gently. They descend one after another, almost in the same rhythm, creating a calm, hypnotic image. Everything outside slowly disappears beneath the white. Trees, sidewalk, lawn, every element of the landscape begins to change. Edges grow softer, lines less sharp. The world beyond the window softens as if preparing to fall asleep along with you. Your attention is drawn to the street lamp. Its warm yellow light cuts through the darkness and illuminates the falling snow. In this glow, the flakes appear even calmer, as if they were slowly dancing in the air just for you. You look at this scene for a long time, a very long time, and somewhere between one breath and the next, a quiet, peaceful thought appears in your mind. Maybe it's worth going outside. Maybe it's worth taking a walk in this falling snow. The thought of going outside is neither sudden nor insistent. It appears calmly, naturally, as if it were an obvious part of this moment. You remain by the window for just a little longer, watching the falling snow, then slowly turn away. The room is still warm and dim. Every movement you make is slower than usual. Without hurry, you reach for warm clothes. You put them on one by one, consciously, feeling the softness of the fabric and the pleasant warmth that gradually wraps around your body. A jacket, a hat, a scarf, gloves. Each piece brings a sense of comfort and safety. You feel well prepared, calm, ready. You walk toward the door. For a brief moment, you pause, as if wanting to preserve this warmth and silence in your memory. Then you slowly press the handle. The door opens quietly. Outside, the night and falling snow greet you. You remain under the shelter for a moment, not stepping out right away. You watch the dense snow falling calmly in front of you. The sidewalk is already white, smooth, untouched. There are no footprints. No one has walked here yet. The silence is deep, almost tangible. The snow does not stop falling. On the contrary, it falls with growing certainty, as if it knows it has the whole night ahead. You extend your hand. Snowflakes land on your glove, vanishing almost immediately. For a brief moment, you observe this simple gesture, feeling the calm deepen even more. You stand there for a moment, breathing calmly, and then you take the first step. You place your foot onto a thin layer of fresh snow. It is soft, light, and quiet. Beneath your boot, it makes almost no sound, as if it wants to remain unnoticed. For a brief moment, you stand still, allowing yourself to feel this first difference between the warm interior and the winter world outside. You take another step, and one more. The sidewalk is now completely white, yet tinted with the warm yellow glow of the street lamp. White and light blend together, creating a calm, cozy space, even though it is night. You feel each step guiding you deeper into silence. The snow continues to fall. It settles on your jacket, hat, and shoulders. Some flakes vanish immediately. Others remain for a moment, gently resting, as if exploring the surface they have landed on. Some touch your face so lightly that you barely notice. They leave behind a subtle, damp trace that disappears right away. You walk very slowly, There is no need to hurry. You watch the snow falling close to you, how it covers everything around with a thin white layer. The world gradually loses its autumn gray. What was sharp and distinct begins to smooth out. Edges soften, lines straighten and round. You notice that everything now looks as if it were covered with a delicate quilt. Houses, sidewalks, trees, every element of the landscape seems wrapped, soothed, prepared for sleep. You look around slowly, to the left, to the right. Trees along the road take on new colors. The dark green needles of pines and spruces contrast with the white settling on their branches. It looks as if someone has dusted them with flour. With each passing minute there is more snow, and the white becomes more pronounced. You feel calm spreading deeper within you. Each step quiets your thoughts. Each breath becomes slower and fuller. You lift your head. Ahead of you stretches an avenue fading into soft white and warm streetlight. In the distance, everything slowly blends together, as if the world no longer has clear boundaries. You keep walking, quietly, calmly. You slowly move deeper into the park avenue. You feel the space ahead of you opening wider and wider, as if inviting you to walk even more slowly, even more quietly. The air is cool but pleasant, clean and fresh. Each breath fills your lungs with calm. The street lamps set at regular intervals guide your gaze into the distance. They create a gentle rhythm of bright points immersed in the soft white of the snow. This rhythm feels soothing, almost lulling, like a slow rocking motion. You lift your head. You look ahead. The avenue stretches far, very far. With each successive lamp, the contours of the world become less distinct. Light, snow, and night begin to merge, until it becomes difficult to tell where space ends and where silence begins. The warm yellow glow of the lamps makes the white of the snow lose its coldness. It takes on a soft, cozy tone. You feel inner warmth, calm, and safety despite the winter night. The snow keeps falling, calmly, evenly. The flakes drift in different directions. Some swirl lazily, others fall almost straight down. Under the street lamps, they form delicate lines and streaks that move slowly, almost hypnotically. Watching them makes your thoughts grow quieter, your mind pleasantly light. You stop for a moment, not because you have to. You stop because you want to feel this silence fully. You stand still in the middle of the avenue. Snow falls around you, and you feel as if you are at the very center of a peaceful world. You cannot hear the city. You cannot hear any voices, only the quiet presence of the night and the soft movement of snow in the air. You breathe more slowly, deeper. Each breath relaxes your body. Inhale and a long, calm exhale. You feel your shoulders drop, your neck loosen, tension slowly dissolving. Your thoughts no longer need to go anywhere. They simply are, and then they quiet. You notice that the space around you feels larger than usual, as if the park were expanding in all directions, as if you were alone within it, yet completely safe. You glance once more down the avenue. where the streetlight turns into a soft glow and the snow blurs the edges of the world. This view brings a gentle sense of sleepiness, as if your body were beginning to prepare for rest. After a moment, you begin walking again, even more slowly than before. Each step carries you deeper into silence. As you continue walking, you sink deeper and deeper into the silence. This silence is not empty. It is filled with soft sounds that appear only when you slow down and allow yourself to hear them. Your footsteps become more noticeable. The snow beneath your feet yields calmly, responding to every movement. First, there is a gentle sinking, almost imperceptible, and a moment later, a quiet, muffled crunch. The sound is not sharp or sudden. It is soft, deep, and soothing. You walk slowly, so slowly that it feels as if time is slowing down along with you. Each step has its own moment. First, the touch of snow, then its slow compression, and finally, the quiet shifting of tiny crystals to the sides. This rhythm repeats steadily, forming a calm sequence that soothes your thoughts. You begin to listen more carefully, not only with your ears, but with your entire body. You feel how the sound of your steps influences your breathing. Your breath becomes deeper, calmer. The inhale naturally elongates, and the exhale settles softly, just as the snow settles onto the ground. Inhale, step. Exhale, step. You notice that the layer of snow beneath your feet is growing thicker. Your feet sink a little deeper, and the sound subtly changes. It becomes duller, even more muted, as if the snow were receiving each step with patience and calm. Behind you, you leave footprints, clear, calm, regular. For a moment, you can still see them before they slowly disappear beneath newly falling flakes. What was there just moments ago fades gently, leaving behind no hurry and no tension. Sometimes you hear the soft shifting of snow to the sides, sometimes the barely noticeable crack of a thin layer. All of these sounds are quiet and harmonious, as if they belonged to one single steady breath of the winter night. Your body adjusts its pace on its own. Your shoulders relax, your arms drop. Each step becomes lighter, more aware, yet requires no effort at all. You feel as if you no longer need to walk, as if the snow itself is gently guiding you forward, setting the rhythm of this journey. You move ahead, allowing the sound of your steps, the silence, and the softness of the snow to carry you deeper and deeper into calm. There is no need to hurry. There is only this step, and the next, and one more. The further you walk, the more you feel as if the outside world is slowly disappearing. The city, the buildings, the distant sounds, all of it fades, becoming less important, less present. The falling snow gently absorbs every noise. It softens the space, wrapping it in a quiet stillness. Even the air seems calmer, heavier, as if it too has slowed down. You notice how the street lights are now spaced farther apart. Between them, there are stretches of dimness where only the soft glow of the snow is visible. These darker spaces feel safe, calm, almost intimate. You enter one of them. For a moment, there is no lamp directly above you, only the night, the snow, and your steady breath. Your senses grow sharper, yet your mind grows quieter. You become more aware of the gentle movement of air, the subtle weight of snow settling on your clothes, the quiet rhythm of your steps. You look up. Snowflakes fall from the dark sky, barely visible until they pass through the faint light ahead. They appear and disappear, like fleeting thoughts that no longer demand attention. You no longer try to follow each one, you simply allow them to fall. You feel a pleasant heaviness in your body, not tiredness, but a comforting weight, as if gravity itself were inviting you to relax more deeply. Your movements become slower, softer, almost dreamlike. The path ahead seems shorter now, as if distance itself has softened. Time feels stretched, blurred, unimportant. You walk on, gently swaying with each step, breathing calmly, evenly. Inhale, exhale. Each breath settles you deeper into this moment. You feel as if you are walking not only through snow, but through a quiet space within yourself, a place where nothing needs to be done and nothing is expected. The silence holds you, the snow surrounds you, and you move forward, calm and unhurried. As you continue walking, you begin to notice subtle details that previously escaped your attention. Small changes in the texture of the snow, delicate variations in light, the way the ground gently rises and falls beneath your steps. Your body moves almost on its own now. You no longer think about walking. It simply happens, naturally, effortlessly. You pass snow-covered bushes. Their branches bend slightly under the growing weight of the snow. Some flakes slip from them and fall softly to the ground, disappearing without a sound. You slow down even more, not because you need to, but because every part of you wants to linger in this calm. The air feels different here, colder, yet clean and refreshing. Each breath feels clear, as if it were washing away the last traces of tension. You notice how the light changes. The glow of the lamps becomes softer, more distant. Shadows stretch gently across the snow, blending smoothly into one another. You pause for a moment. You stand still, surrounded by white. The silence feels complete, so complete that you can almost feel it resting on your skin. Snowflakes continue to fall, landing on your shoulders, your sleeves, your hat. They melt slowly, leaving behind a faint coolness that quickly fades into warmth. You feel present, fully here. Nothing pulls your attention away. There is only this place, this moment, and the quiet movement of snow through the night. You take another step, and another. Each one feels softer than the last. The path seems to guide you forward gently, as if it knows exactly where you need to go. You follow without resistance. As you continue along the park path, you begin to notice that the air around you suddenly grows thicker in a way you have never experienced before. This is no longer an ordinary snowfall. It feels as if the sky itself is opening. Huge snowflakes begin to fall, countless, heavy and soft. They are so large and dense that they resemble white feathers drifting straight down, side by side, forming a trembling white curtain before your eyes. You watch in quiet awe as, within just a few heartbeats, the world transforms into an almost impenetrable wall of white. Everything around you is absorbed by a new, deep layer of snow. A bench beside the path, tree trunks, the edges of the walkway, all of it disappears with astonishing speed beneath the falling white. You stop completely, standing still, unwilling to miss a single second of this spectacle. There is something profoundly hypnotic about it. Such intensity should bring noise, and yet the opposite happens. Despite millions of snowflakes slicing through the air, an absolute, almost unreal silence settles in. The snowfall is entirely soundless. With growing calm, you realize that what you are experiencing is extraordinarily rare. Snowfall this dense, with flakes this large, happens perhaps once in many years, perhaps once in a lifetime. You feel deeply fortunate to be here, now, at the very center of this white magic, able to absorb it with your full presence. It feels like a gift from nature, a moment meant only for you. A quiet sense of gratitude fills you. Nearby, you notice an old wooden bench. It now looks like an enormous white cushion. Slowly, very slowly, you sit on its edge, feeling the fluffy snow gently give way beneath your weight, enwrapping you in its calm. You rest your hands on the bench and remain completely still for a long while, allowing this snowy density to separate you from the rest of the world. You lower your gaze toward the railing of the bench and begin to notice individual crystals landing beside your hand with extraordinary grace, each one different, each perfect in its delicate geometry. You watch them with a childlike sense of wonder, feeling time finally come to a stop. For a moment, you close your eyes. In your ears, there is only silence, broken only by the steady, safe rhythm of your heartbeat and the faintest whisper of cold air. You feel rested, completely safe. Slowly, you open your eyes again and notice that the heaviest part of the snowfall is beginning to pass. There are slightly fewer flakes now. Their movement loosens. Space slowly begins to regain its contours. You know that the most intense moment is gently fading, leaving behind an indelible memory of whiteness and absolute stillness. With a lightness in your body, you rise from the bench, ready to continue your walk through this silver world. With every step, a gentle sense of drowsiness begins to appear, not suddenly, but slowly, naturally, like a quiet wave rising from within. Your eyelids feel slightly heavier. Your gaze softens, no longer focusing on details, but taking in the scene as a whole, the white, the light, the movement of snow. You notice that your breathing has become very calm, deep, even. Each inhale flows in smoothly. Each exhale releases you a little more. You feel warmth spreading through your body despite the cool air. It begins in your chest and slowly moves outward into your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Your steps remain steady but lighter now, almost floating. The snow continues to fall with the same gentle persistence. There is no change in its rhythm, and because of that, you feel safe, held by its constancy. You no longer think about where you are going. The path unfolds on its own. The world around you feels softer, less defined. Edges blur, sounds fade even further. You feel as if you are moving through a dream that is forming gently around you. A peaceful thought appears, barely formed, then drifts away again like a snowflake landing and melting before it can settle. You welcome this state. You do not resist it. Your body knows how to relax. Your mind knows how to let go. You keep walking calmly and evenly, carried by the quiet rhythm of your breath and your steps. Each step brings you closer to rest. You feel that it is becoming easier to let go, as if the night itself were gently encouraging you to release the last traces of effort. Your movements are slower now, but also smoother. There is no tension in them. Every step flows naturally into the next. The snow beneath your feet feels softer, deeper. It absorbs not only sound, but also thoughts. What once occupied your mind no longer reaches you. You notice that your shoulders are completely relaxed. Your jaw is loose, your forehead smooth. Your breath continues its calm rhythm. Inhale, exhale. Each exhale carries away what you no longer need. The light of the street lamps appears more distant now, as if seen through a soft veil. The falling snow blurs their glow, turning it into a warm haze. You feel wrapped in this gentle light and white silence, as if in a cocoon. Your steps slow even further. You could stop at any moment, but there is no need. You feel safe, grounded, at ease. The cold air no longer feels cold. It feels neutral, gentle, almost comforting. You sense that your body is preparing for rest. Muscles loosen on their own. Your posture softens naturally, without effort. Thoughts appear less and less often, and when they do, they drift away immediately, without pulling you with them. You remain present, calm, steady. You continue walking, but it feels as though you are also drifting, suspended between movement and stillness. Everything around you supports this quiet transition toward rest. You remain standing, not because you decide to stop. There is simply no longer any need to go on. Everything around you seems motionless. The trees, the snow, the air, as if the entire world were holding its breath together with you. The silence is full and soft, wrapping around you, calm and reassuring. You slowly look around. You no longer see clear boundaries. The tree trunks disappear partially beneath a thick layer of snow, and their crowns merge into a single white form. Smaller trees and shrubs blend completely into the ground. It is hard to tell where something begins and where it ends. The world now has only one texture: soft, fluffy, uniform. Snow covers everything in a thick layer. There are no tracks, no unevenness, no sharp shapes. Everything is smoothed out, rounded, peaceful. Moonlight gives this whiteness a gentle silvery hue. It does not dazzle, it does not contrast, it simply is, quiet, gentle, present. You breathe deeply. With every inhale, you feel the cool, clean air filling your lungs with calm. With every exhale, your body becomes heavier, more and more relaxed. Your feet sink softly into the snow, as if the earth were accepting you without resistance. Your shoulders are heavy, your hands relaxed, your neck soft. You have the feeling that your body is slowly merging with this place, as if you were a natural part of it, present here forever. You look up. Between the white crowns of the trees, the night sky is visible, deep and calm. The moon shines brightly, and around it small stars are scattered. Their light is delicate, almost unreal. Clouds drift very slowly, barely perceptibly. You feel as though you are looking at a painting that changes so slowly it is impossible to catch the moment of movement. You feel warmth. It does not come from your clothes or the air. It is an inner warmth, calm, spreading through your entire body. You feel good. There is no need to think. There is no need to plan. There is only this moment. The white world around you looks like a dream, like a place between waking and sleep, where everything is possible and at the same time nothing needs to happen. You remain in this silence for a little while longer, allowing the calm to fill you completely. As if you were already very close to sleep. You feel that this is the right moment to stop standing. Your body knows what to do. Slowly, without haste, your knees bend. You sink softly into the snow, which immediately receives you with gentleness. It is not cold or hard. It is fluffy, light, quiet, like a soft feather bed laid out especially for you. You sit, and then you allow yourself to lie down completely. Your back sinks into the snow. You feel the white down enveloping your shoulders, your neck, the sides of your body. The snow gently shifts aside and then calmly returns, embracing you evenly. You breathe deeply. With every exhale, you sink a little deeper, as if the snow were slowly adjusting itself to the shape of your body, creating a perfectly soft place to rest. You raise your hands. Slowly, very calmly, you move them out to the sides and then bring them back down. Your legs move the same way, a wide, gentle motion and a return, without effort, without haste. You form the shape of an angel in the snow. You slow down even more. You lie still, allowing the snow to settle around you again. Soft down falls onto your shoulders, onto your jacket, onto your legs. You feel everything becoming calm. You look up. Above you stretches the night sky. The moon shines bright and peaceful, its glow wrapping the entire space in a soft, silvery light. The stars shimmer gently, as if they too were slowing down. You breathe slowly. Inhale, exhale. Each breath is deeper, calmer. Your body becomes heavy, very heavy, and at the same time completely safe. Your shoulders rest. Your hands are warm. Your legs relaxed. The snow wraps around you more and more snugly. It does not press down. It protects. It isolates you from everything unnecessary, leaving only silence, calm, and gentle warmth spreading from within. There are almost no sounds anymore. If anything can be heard, it is only your own calm breathing. Your thoughts slow down. One by one, they become lighter, until finally they dissolve completely, like snowflakes melting in your hand. Your eyelids slowly close, then gently lower and slightly open again. You look once more at the moon, which becomes warm yellow. You close your eyelids again, slowly feeling warmth. You gently open your eyes and notice that you are in your room, in your bed, wrapped in a warm white blanket. You look at the dim lamp, whose light resembles the moon in miniature. Your head rests comfortably on a white pillow. You are home. Now, calmly and slowly, you close your eyes. You no longer have to do anything. Sleep comes on its own, quietly, slowly, and carries you with it into the soft, safe depths of sleep.